Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you found my channel. Today, we're going to be crafting with some wired baskets from the Dollar Tree. These gold ones are absolutely beautiful, and so when I saw them, I immediately grabbed a whole bunch. Today, we're going to use these wired baskets to build ourselves a one-of-a-kind side table. To begin, we're going to start by building the base for our table, starting with this gold frame mirror, also from the Dollar Tree. In fact, the Dollar Tree has a bunch of these frame mirrors in all kinds of designs, and they come in gold, black, and silver. These mirrors with the frame measures 9.75 inches by 9.75 inches, and this one is in the design of a flower. It sits flat on the floor, so it's perfect to act as the base for our side table. On top of the mirror, we're going to secure one of these gold iron baskets. Now, normally you'll see me with my glue gun and Fix-All or E6000, but today we're going to be glue free. That's because we're going to be securing our basket using 4 nylon cable ties. These nylon cable ties are extremely strong, and once I have tied a few of them, you'll see how secure they are. All I'm going to do is loop one end of the cable tie through the basket and frame of the mirror, and I'll do this until I have 4 cable ties secured around the bottom of the basket. And the trick to this is not to tighten the cable ties right away. Tighten each only about 80% because you want a little give in case you have to reposition the basket so it is perfectly centered to the mirror. And only once you have everything secured, then go ahead and tighten each cable tie until you can no longer tighten it. And once they're all tightened, then you can go ahead and use a pair of strong scissors to snip the excess off each cable tie. And if you're still with me, drop me a note with the word basket so I know you visited. Now, you'll notice that I am using white cable ties. I don't like the white, so I'm going to use a paint marker to paint the cable ties gold, so you can't really see them. If you're okay with the color of your cable tie, of course you can leave them as is. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well, so the YouTube gods will continue to recommend my channel to other viewers like you. And the best part is subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. Now, with the gold basket and frame mirror secured together, we can set it aside so we can work on the second part of our base. Here I have a round plastic clear bowl. This bowl actually comes in a 2-pack from the Dollar Tree and is the perfect size as it is just slightly smaller than the gold wired basket. So it will fit nicely inside when we place it in the base of our side table. Now, before I tell you why we need to place this bowl inside the base of our side table, you can see that I have started to dress up the bowl. I have taken the same paint marker from earlier and we're going to create a gold border all around the outer rim of the bowl. To do this, I place the bowl upside down on my table and then I'm using the paint pen to trace an outline of the opening of the bowl. While doing this, I'm making sure that the tip of the marker is always touching the rim of the bowl. If your paint pen has an angled tip, that would be ideal, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. You just need to make sure to trace the outline around the bowl a few times to ensure enough of the color has transferred onto the bowl's rim. Let's take a look at what the rim looks like. It actually looks pretty good, and once the marker dries, it will become permanent, so we don't have to worry about the color bleeding out. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to the base of this bowl. And by the way, this step of dressing up the bowl is actually optional, but if you know me, I get kind of detailed with my designs sometimes, and I often feel that it is the small details that makes a big difference. So with just a bit of gold paint from our paint pen, we have just upscaled this dollar store plastic bowl, giving it a nice gold rim. We're now ready to place the bowl inside the gold basket that was secured to the frame mirror earlier. That way we can insert something heavy inside to give the base of our side table some weight. For that, I'm inserting a couple of bags of glass gems from the dollar store. These gems are clear, but if you prefer some color, they also have light blue ones and dark blue ones. These glass gems are heavy enough that they will help prevent our side table from tipping over once we put something onto the tabletop, which we'll also be making shortly. For now, let's set this base aside so we can build up the rest of the side table with the rest of the gold wired baskets. Here I have two baskets that I will secure together. I will connect the base of each together using 4 nylon cable ties, just as we did earlier. But before securing the cable ties, make sure you have the base of the baskets lined up together. You want to make sure the wires mirror each other when you put the baskets back to back. And while we work on that, I would be curious to know what is the latest home decor craft you have made recently. Drop me a note in the comments and let me know what you have made. Did you make any wall decor or some table decor like candle holders or vases? Maybe a table lamp? Or did you make over any old furniture recently? My favorite home decor crafts are the things that I make from ordinary household items that you would never think of using, like turning baskets into side tables, or charger plates as a backdrop for a wall sconce, napkin holders to make a chandelier, paper towel holders to make a table lamp, and the list goes on and on. I also like to keep things that people would normally throw out, like jar lids, cookie tin containers, and empty cardboard boxes. Then I transform those items into glam home decor pieces that are not only beautiful but also functional. I would love to hear from you in the comment section about your crafting favorites. And by the way, if you're not a gold person, the Dollar Tree sells these wired baskets as well as the framed mirrors in black and silver as well. So you have your choice of color to match your home decor. And if you can't find what you're looking for, you could also assemble the table together and then take it outside to spray paint the whole thing whatever color you prefer. And for those of you who have difficulty finding things at the Dollar Tree, don't worry. I actually have curated a list of dollar store alternatives that you can easily find online. Simply check the link in the description box. The prices I have found online are comparable to what you would pay at the dollar store, especially if you buy in multiples. And even if some of the items are a tiny bit more expensive, you'll likely find the quality to be better as well. And with that said, we now have 4 gold wired baskets secured together, alternating between upside down and right side up. I'll go ahead and paint all the cable ties gold to match the basket. And once that's done, we'll be ready to assemble the side table. And now back to the base of our table. I'm going to place this round mirror right inside the basket, right above the glass gems. This mirror originally had a black frame, but I adhere a strip of gold washi tape all around the frame. Once the mirror is placed inside the basket, just check to make sure it is level. And by the way, this mirror was also from the Dollar Tree. On top of the mirror, we are going to place this horse. Now, some of you may recognize this horse as I had one in one of my recent craft videos. In fact, if you recognize this silver gold horse, comment down below and let me know which of my craft videos on my channel you have seen this horse from. And the first person that gets the answer correct will have their comment pinned to the top of the comment section of this video. Now, to make sure our horse doesn't slip or topple over, I'm going to put a tiny strip of heavy-duty double-sided tape on the bottom of the hoofs. This heavy-duty double-sided tape is thicker than regular tape, and it has a bit of stretch to it as well. And with the horse secured to the mirror, let's go ahead and secure the tower of 4 baskets from earlier to the base. We now have most of our side table completed, but you're probably wondering about a tabletop. I mentioned earlier that we were going to make one as well for this side table. Well, we're going to make one using this 14-inch round plastic platter from the Dollar Tree. This platter is clear and rather plain, so we're going to dress it up with one of these metallic gold placemats from the Dollar Tree. This table mat also comes in metallic silver, but since our baskets are gold, we'll stick with this one. I have put the placemat directly onto the platter. You'll notice that the two pieces are actually almost the same size. The placemat is just slightly smaller, so just make sure it is centered to the platter. And to ensure that the placemat stays in place, we're going to apply Mod Podge all over it. I'm using a large brush and literally brushing on the Mod Podge. It doesn't matter if you use the matte or glossy version of the Mod Podge, both will dry to a clear finish. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually apply some Mod Podge directly onto the plastic platter first before putting the placemat onto it, but I didn't bother doing that. Instead, I'm just making sure that I'm applying Mod Podge to the entire placemat, even where the holes are. What's also important is to make sure you apply enough Mod Podge all around the edges of the placemat so that the ends of the placemat don't curl up and off the platter when the Mod Podge dries. Once you have applied enough Mod Podge, allow 2 to 3 hours of drying time. And when it's dried, the placemat should be adhered to the platter, and you should even be able to turn the platter upside down without the placemat falling off. Now, you know me, I love to get into the details, and so we're not done yet with this tabletop. See how the edge of the plastic platter is looking really plain and boring? Well, we're going to fix that right up. I'm going to grab my gold paint marker and give this tabletop a gold rim. Of course, this level of detail is optional. Or if you don't have a gold marker, you could always hot glue a string of gold beaded necklace around the rim to dress it up. And with the tabletop done, here's the final look for our side table. I have placed a large tall vase on top, but of course you could put a plant, some candles, or a lamp on top of the table instead. With the glass gems inserted into the base, this side table is actually very sturdy. And our silver and gold horse adds a beautiful design detail that makes her side table very unique and one of a kind. With a total of 5 gold baskets, this side table measures in at 25 inches, so it's just a little over 2 feet tall. Of course, if you wanted a taller side table, you could actually add a couple more extra gold baskets. Comment down below with the word basket and let me know if this is something you would want to make. In the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other Glam home decor crafts.